Hello and welcome to NewFilmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo. I'm here at the South Park Center. I'm here with Acun with his movie Until Dawn Comes. Let's take a look at a clip.
Hoy que no cantas y yo no estoy para escucharte. Hoy que mi camino ya me lleva a muchas partes.
Acun, thanks so much for being here. No, extra special thanks. Thank you for flying from Costa Rica to be here. We're so grateful to have you, so thank you.
Yes, thanks to you for the event. It was awesome.
No.
It was an amazing night, and I think the people's response was just completely heartwarming.
Well, that's down to your talents. So that's when you got it, you got it. For those that haven't seen your film, tell us the brief synopsis.
Well, this is a road movie. It's my take on a road movie. I really love all Hollywood road movies, and I tried to adapt that to Costa Rica, where nothing looks the same. And it's a story about two sisters kind of reuniting through the road. While trying to reach their goal, they bond together after a long time without seeing each other and not talking mostly because of political and ideological differences. So that was my way to have these characters get to know each other again and share a life experience of being on the road.
I love the journey your film took me on. Like, it was so great because, listen, you might actually bring a lot of siblings back together with your film. It's going to unite people together. It's amazing. No, honestly, because I think there's so many families that for whatever reason, they've got different beliefs or different ideologies, and, you know, they might disconnect on certain things, but there was this wonderful common ground that brought them together through quite a difficult circumstance, and they found a sort of common solution. And it was such a great journey to go on and see what goes on, but we won't give too much away. But anyways, where did the inspiration come from in creating this particular project?
Well, on one instance, from old road movies that I always really loved, and it also comes in part from my own experiences. You know, my brother, my sister, and how we interact, and how many times in families we have to really get older in order to start understanding each other. So sometimes when we're younger, we have all these differences and all these things that we think are like the biggest problems in the world, and the problems that you just really cannot solve.
Yeah.
And but when you look back, you say, well, these are just small things that are separating us.
Yeah.
So I think that was the main thing, and in general, the way my country looks, you know, the jungle, the little roads, the little cars, the people, that was something that visually was what made me like conceptualize the film that way.
Yeah, and there's some great scenes and places that you showcased in your film, which was so wonderful. Now, I was thinking about that. I was like, this is a short film, this is an independent project, and you had so many different scenes, locations, interiors, exteriors. Was that a challenge? Was it easy? How long did you shoot? What was the story?
Well, I think that was in part my fault. I initially wanted to do like this really art house short film, like really on the main character's mind, and something really slow and kind of like European cinema, and that kind of didn't work. And the main reason it didn't work was because I had this actress, the main actress that I had in mind, Natalia Mariño, and I really loved what she was bringing to the character. And then I found out she didn't know how to drive.
Oh.
So for a road movie, that was gonna be really, really, really challenging. So like a couple weeks into, you know, before going actually to film, I had to rewrite the script and have someone there. So then I came up with the idea for her sister, but that made the project way longer. It had a lot more footage and a lot more scenes. So yeah, by the time we started filming, it was like the shooting plan was hectic, and we had mostly 5 overnights, which were really...
5 overnights.
Yeah.
5 overnights, people. It's a lot.
Yeah.
A lot of coffee involved, right?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
But
coffee.
we had really good coffee.
Of course, Costa
Rican
Rica.
coffee is
Oh, I
amazing,
love
so-
Costa Rica. No, honestly, it's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that being said, like I was gonna say, like I loved your I literally thought they were sisters. They were that. They had so much. How was your casting process?
They're actually my friends, and they're both directors. They're both directors in theater.
Oh, okay.
A lot of people know their work. They do amazing theater in Costa Rica, and I've known them for quite a while. So I kind of initially I had Natalia, the main character, as the person that I really wanted to shoot with. And then I said, okay, I have to find her sister because she doesn't know how to drive. So let's find her sister. And I started looking all over, maybe people that you could see some kind of familiarity in the face. And there was nothing. I was really having trouble. And then I probably having just a beer with Catherine, the other actress, and I never really thought about her because they don't really look alike physically. Although in camera you kind of see a couple things, but she started laughing. I probably told a joke and she started laughing, and they have the same laugh.
Oh,
the exact
really?
same laugh. So I was
Maybe
like,
they
okay.
are sisters.
Yeah, and then I found out they're from the same town in San Jose.
Oh, wow.
So probably that's where that came from, and I said, okay, they're sisters. If they're gonna laugh a lot during this process, I think that's a way to find sisterhood among them. And then they kind of knew each other, but they weren't really close. And I think during filming they really got close and were able to, through rehearsals and everything, get to know each other and kind of feel their energy. And I think that shows. And I really appreciate what they did. You know, it's, to me, that's the most important part of my movie, and the whole process was to get to work with them and see the magic that they bring to the film.
No, they definitely really did. For you as a director, directors now acting, what is that like? You know, for you, because I mean they're sisters and they've got a lot of history and there's a lot of tensions and their emotions change a lot throughout the movie through their relationship that they have together. Are you kind of an actor's director, or do you kind of let them play or improvise, or you rehearse? What's your process?
You know, I really love the fact that they are directors because they could help me out. You
Yeah.
know, I was a little bit intimidated because they really write great characters, and I was kind of afraid when I showed them the script. It was like, what are they gonna think? Thankfully, they loved the script, and I said, okay, girls, help me out. You know, let's see what we can get here. I try to get some of my inputs. And they were really respectful of what was on the script. They didn't really improvise a lot. They brought their ideas to the way I wrote the screenplay. But in general, you know, I really like to have a strong concept behind my characters.
Yeah.
And I think that helps them out. So by the time we're filming, they have enough of a good idea of how would this character act. And I think that was what made also the project a little bit easier, even though the shooting was very hectic and not sleeping and everything. You know, their acting was so natural because of that, and I'm really thankful. I hope I can keep directing directors. I think that would be amazing.
That's the directors. That's the way forward.
Yeah.
I actually, it was so funny, we'll come to it later, but I was like, give me some more, I want more of this, give me a feature or something. I'm just saying, putting it out there to the universe. But what is that feeling like? I mean, just listen, you've come a long way, and I appreciate that because I know how far, you know, you've come to be here. What is it like to come here and have your film with NewFilmmakers LA at the home of the Academy Awards, celebrating, you know, great films from all over Central and South America and people here in the United States to celebrate Hispanic Heritage Month? What was that feeling like?
Wow, it's Los Angeles. First of all, is gigantic, and it's a lot
huge,
to take in.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
you know, there's a lot to see, and everything's super different. And I think the biggest takeout that I get is, you know, how different everything works. We work completely independently in Costa Rica. Here you have agents and salespeople, and you have to pitch. You have to have your elevator pitch completely, you know, Every day you have to have it fresh in your mind, and everything works differently. But even that way, you know, I kind of thought at the beginning like, oh, maybe these people are not going to be like very helpful, or they will kind of look down on you, and nothing at all. It was an amazing experience, like even talking to industry professionals, and they were like so welcoming and so like, hey, we're trying to help, especially within the Latino community.
Yeah.
And that was something that I was very grateful, you know, that they're looking for a way to get this film seen in different places. And, you know, having them seen at the home of the Academy was just amazing. Just getting there and seeing the behind the scenes footage from different movies that you love and that you see, you know, it's just amazing.
Well, you deserve it, so, you know,
Thank
that's what happens. What is next for you?
Well, I love this story. I kind of fell in love with these two sisters and what they brought to my film. So I have two projects right now that I'm finishing. You know, thankfully I got a couple of awards that helped me finance a new short film.
Oh, great!
Which is kind of a prequel. I got two things from people that watch Until Dawn Comes. First one was that they wanted to see what happened next.
Yes, that was me too.
Yeah. And they also wanted to see what happened with this character that is not really on the film, but it's someone who just sends a phone message to one of the main characters, and that starts the whole thing. So I kind of said, okay, I'll do both. So I did a short that is currently in post-production about this character.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I used some of the smaller characters from Until Dawn Comes.
Yeah.
I used the blind mechanic, and I used the nephew, and a couple people that are there. And that's hopefully what I'm trying to do is have that ready for next year.
Yeah.
And start sending that to festivals and moving that
I'm
along.
waiting for it. So please make it. I want to see the next piece to it. That's fantastic. I love that. That's really, really good.
Yeah, and then I also have I'm on the script development for a feature, actually, with the same actresses, same two sisters. Completely different story, I would say. Not in, you know, another script. I wanted to be a standalone movie that you don't have to watch this to understand that.
Yeah.
But mostly it's going to be about these two sisters going to the beach to sell brownies with marijuana on an electronic dance festival. So that's.
Why would you not want to see it with that synopsis? I mean, you know, you're doing so much, done so much, and continue to do so much. If you as a filmmaker, do you have anything thus far in your career that you could share with our audience for anyone else that wants to follow in your footsteps?
Well, you know, I just feel, you know, in a way, don't let go of what you're doing. You will always make bad movies, and all the first movies that you make are going to be unbelievably bad. But that happens to everyone. And you get better with time. Maybe not amazing, but you'll get better.
That's true.
If you keep doing it, you'll get better. And I think that's the most important thing for any industry, you know, keep writing stories, keep getting better at writing stories. When you talk to people, like all the industry professionals that I talk with while here, they were all like, what we want are good stories. We really want you to tell me something that is worth it. You don't even have to be that original and be looking for, you know, the next biggest thing. No, just tell me something that will keep me entertained for an hour and a half, and that'll make me so happy.
That's it. That really is it. No, honestly, this film was wonderful. I love that you're making an extended version of it with the same character. I think that's fantastic, and I was wanting more, so you gave it to us. We're getting more, everybody. Very, very good. Listen, and thank you so much for coming from Costa Rica as well, and looking forward to seeing your next project, so thank you very much.
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you.